Hello, I'm Pam Hoffman, Everyday Spacer.
Jeff Miller, 2049 Outfitters.
At Everyday Spacer, we show regular folks how to personally and directly participate in space exploration, science, and astronomy. We're here on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific time, 12 midnight Eastern time, and 12 noon on Saturday in Hong Kong. We're broadcasting live from Thousand Oaks, California. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight's topic is a viewer panel. We're going to talk about thrusters for deep space. We'll be back in about 8 seconds. 2 weeks ago, Jeff talked about 10 different ways you can launch from the Earth. Tonight, he wants to take this out into space. You are invited to be on a panel and discuss this too. We'll drop the link into the chat for you. And Jeff will kick off this discussion right now. Do you want these guys live with you?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, this is basically an experiment. My idea is to do a full panel discussion about colonies and how to build them, that sort of thing. And because StreamYard, I found out, can take up to 10 people. And so I figured short notice, we're not going to get a lot of people for this, but we can test out the system, see how it works. And so far, it's not sounding good for getting people from Australia, because it looks like some internet issues from getting from there to here.
It's a long way. And welcome, Scott. We're so glad you're here. Stick around. We'll get some people going. If you want to join us, the link is now in the chat.
Yeah.
All right. So let's bring on Cliff. Hi, Cliff.
Yes. How you going?
And David. Hi, David. Oh, there we go. You are now unmuted.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cliff, I can hear you great. David, are you talking? Whoops. We've got Cliff good, but we're okay. You guys are coming in eventually. Cliff seemed. Looks like
Oh,
hey, Dave.
my signal's got a little bit better just recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're both getting better. Looks like there's some occasional lags.
Very good.
But, yeah. Hopefully this will be better and not worse than talking in the comments. But we'll find out. That's what this is about.
Sometimes it's just the computer trying to catch up.
Yep. Yeah. So
practice for space travel.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, we were just watching Return to Space, which is talking about Elon Musk, building his launchers, and so we're kind of keep failing until it works.
Yep.
And that's what we're gonna do.
So thanks for coming on the journey with us.
Yeah.
What you got for us, Jeff?
Okay. Deep space thruster. And here, I'll have to stop seeing what you've seen. There we go. And the first one I want to talk about, it's my favorite because it's the best deep space thruster system that'll never get built. Hang on. How come you guys aren't seeing this? Oh, hang on.
Well, Cliff dropped off.
No, there we go. There we go. Project Orion. I was controlling the wrong thing.
I can do that here.
Yeah.
If you want to go back to yours.
No.
Okay.
This is good. Oh.
It looks like Cliff is back. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm just going to full screen this just momentarily because there's a lot of stuff on here. That doesn't make it much better. Okay.
A lot of detail.
Yeah, a lot of detail. And they had really, I just wanted give people a chance to read stuff. And then I'll bring everyone else back. Oh, hey, hello, Alan.
Oh.
Hi, Alan. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, and so I'm not going to keep this up the entire time if we get more people on, but just 3 people might as well. I just really love this because the thought of tossing nukes out the back of our rocket to propel it just tickles me. I mean, no, it'll never get built. There's so many reasons why it won't ever get built, but just it goes bang.
So, and you folks, both Cliff and David, are in Australia. I'm just curious, what have you heard about Project Orion?
I'll go first. As far as I know,
Well,
about this interstellar, and the propulsion system was to fire lasers onto a hydrogen atom and cause a little atomic explosion. So it was basically like just a little put, 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 put. But in space, even ion engines work the same similar way, not as possibly faster, as fast as, but it also had a huge scoop on the front of the vehicle so that it could capture stray hydrogen atoms to keep it propelled. And that was yonks ago, as far as that's the first I heard of anything of being interstellar. I mean, we'd only just got to the moon, sort of thing,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because the original plans weren't that sophisticated. They were actually talking about tossing small nukes out behind it, but then it got refined as learned more, and the tech got out there, and people started running, screaming whenever you said the word nuke.
Yeah,
but that's just why I like it. Just because it's such a such a neat idea. Oh, Dave. Are you talking, Dave? Okay.
Sydney having huge floods.
Oh no.
Yeah, I saw stuff.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, but where I saw it, I couldn't tell if it was current. So, yeah, I mean, you guys are down there in the same part of the country. So, yeah. Well, I guess Cliff, you got them a while back. So now I guess it's Sydney's time. But
Dave says my audio is breaking up. So
yeah, it's not just breaking up, Dave.
This is nuclear propulsion.
yeah,
we're talking about
nuclear propulsion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you talking about nuclear propulsion?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Not Nerva, but Orion, which is tossing bombs out the back, or really small bombs. Okay.
And Dave says 1950 stuff.
Yeah.
I think that was proposed, but
yeah, 50s and 60s. Yeah. In fact, some of the stuff that I saw was like 59 and 60s. So it was 50s, but it was late 50s from what I saw. Although there might have been write-ups about
after they dropped.
It
would have had to been late something, because the atomic bomb was for only widely known in 1945.
Right. Yeah.
Dave asked, why was it canceled? I think it was the nuclear concerns.
Right. One, there was a treaty to not put nukes in space, and that just alone, even if it wasn't canceled or on its way to canceled, would have killed it right then and there. But I think it was dead before then, just as impractical with the current climate, with the way people were afraid of nukes. So I think it was just not going to happen. And then the treaty to prevent nukes from space just kind of made sure that it wouldn't come back.
And Dave put in the private chat here, I think fear of contamination.
Yeah, the treaty also. Yeah.
Yeah, fear of contamination. Yeah, because people really didn't know what would happen. Well, scientists knew what was radiation was all about, but the average person really didn't. It was basically magic to the average person back then.
So, and Dave's putting comments. Dave, if you put your comments in the regular chat, we can show them on the screen for you too. He goes on to say it was an idea way before its time.
Yeah, and that's why I like it. It was just gonzo. Let's throw this out there, and I don't think we'll ever see it, but it would work. It would just cause a lot of people to have real fits.
Yeah, and these were quite large at the end. The one on the far right there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read the thing at the top there?
Orbital battleship, yeah. Oh, yeah, where it says
huge.
Yeah, I can't read it on this screen.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can. Oh, diameter 184 feet, ship height 280 foot.
Yeah, these were pretty big.
Yeah. But yeah, another one that we'll never see in space is probably the mass driver thrusting. Basically tossing a rock out the back really fast. Mostly because I think that rock that you toss out the back isn't going to go away. It's going to be out there. It's going to be basically space debris. So,
hi, Michael. Thanks for joining us.
And I couldn't find a good picture for that one anyway, but just wanted to mention it. Solar sail might be one of the best all around, ways of getting around, because no fuel needed. Just needs to be near a star, or if you want to go fast, aim a laser at it and thrust it that way. So it's it's a good slow way of getting anywhere.
Ooh, I like what Dave says here.
If we're
seriously going to get to the stars, we're going to have to perfect the matter antimatter drive. Strangely, though, there's not as much antimatter. I don't.
Right.
We've seen some stuff
but
about.
You can make antimatter.
Oh, we can. Okay.
It's just stored.
So we can make it now. We can make it now. We can make it now.
Mm-hmm.
In very small quantities, though, right?
And all the money's going into fighting these bloody wars and stupid battleships and everyone fighting everybody else. Put the money together. Nations join together. We can be on Mars in 10 years from now. We can get there in 1 month, maybe. Who knows? That's my high horse. It's really my Achilles heel. This.
Right. Well, yeah, because matter antimatter is basically the highest energy density.
Right.
That you can pretty much get without going into strange.
Scott has got a great idea. Scott has got a good point. These can all be built in low Earth orbit and activated outside the Earth's atmosphere from a moon base or a Mars base. We don't have to contaminate anything on our planet whatsoever.
Right.
And
this is a fear that went way. This is a fear that went way back to when we launched Pioneer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the little nuclear power plant. You had anti-nuke people coming out to Cape Canaveral, Kennedy, at the time, because it had a very tiny plutonium power pack in it. It was a real big deal back then, but not anymore. We can do this extra Earth outside the Earth without any problems. It's a good point, though.
Like
it's a good point he brought.
So I've not heard of breakthrough starshot. Alan, if you have some more information, it'd be great to hear it now. Of course, we're on the show. I will definitely look it up later.
Yeah.
But we'd love your participation. If you want to actually join us, you may.
I did it. Breakthrough starshots.
We lost you again, Cliff.
Maybe he's checking on that.
Yeah. Okay, so solar sail could actually be added to just about any other thruster we've got because it's fairly light. It's just very bulky. So you could add that to just about anything, just as a secondary source. Ion drive, probably, well, it's the one that we've got going the most right now for anything that needs to maneuver out there. Really high impulse, but really low thrust, which means that you can't launch off of Earth. Oh, Dave has something to. Let's see.
I don't know if he's putting it there or the other place. Yeah. Oh, there. Okay. All right. We could reach Alpha Centauri in 20 years. Oh, with breakthrough. Okay. See, this is new to me. I've not heard of breakthrough starshot before.
Yeah. Yeah, and really any of the thrusters that I talked about on my last show would work, except for maybe the space cannon launcher, because once you're out of the cannon, you can't. There's no.
He got really good Wi-Fi.
Oh.
Hello.
The only problem with breakthrough starshot is you've got to push it with a high-powered laser, and we can't build anything that powerful. We can get it out of the solar system quite conveniently and very quickly, but between here and the stars is a hell of a long way, guys. And that beam will be strong enough to continually push that.
Right, just the dispersion of the beam will mean that it'll get less and less powerful as you get far away from it.
We're going to put the laser.
This is a great idea between the planets.
Yeah.
This is a good idea between the planets. It will work extremely well in our solar system. But I doubt whether anything like this would ever have the impetus, push power, to drive a vehicle to 24, God knows how many trillion kilometers from here.
Yeah. Well, it might be a good way of providing an initial boost for such a mission.
Yeah.
Then you go on to something else for the remainder of it.
Drive
or yeah.
Yeah. The thing about
we need to understand one.
Go ahead, Dave.
I think he cut out again. Well, it looks like StreamYard might not be a good. It looks like we won't be doing a lot of panel discussions using StreamYard because it looks like it's very hard to get people from diverse areas on here. It was a good experiment, and I'd love to try it again sometime, but it's looking not so great right now. Maybe when maybe it's a weather issue. I mean, when Australia has better weather, maybe we'll try it again.
Yeah, well, like I said, there's probably a lot of damage to all the internet structures right down the east coast of Australia.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got some of that, Cliff.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because of all the damage down in Sydney. That'd be why.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing that laser for the breakthrough starshot would have been put in space, and they would have got those things up to about 1/10 of the speed of light. So
Oh, wow.
they would have got there a lot faster. And they were going to send heaps of them. So they said they'll eventually, one of them will get through and hopefully send a signal back. And it would still take then, 4.5 years to hear from them.
Right. Yeah.
60 or 70 years it is. So it was going to take a long time anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're just you want to.
I'm just breaking up.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. You're
I'm
better
doing
than
$6
you
million
have.
man.
Yeah.
It's better than last time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it was fabulous just before. But it was terrible an hour before. I mean, really bad.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Think we'll pick a time when it's not raining down there quite so bad. We just have to get everyone to not buy telescopes for a little while. So let's see. Of the stuff that we talked about last time, normal chemical rockets, they'll work. They just not efficiently.
Yes.
They'll
work.
Yeah. And they have worked. I mean, it's just the ion engine is so much better once you get your initial thrust out. It provides continuous thrust. So that's good.
Right. And you get a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah. Laser launch. Basically, you use you deploy a solar cell. You can use that for your thrusting until you're getting it some from the sun. So it's, that would work. But and then you go into stuff that theoretically might work, but might not, like the Bussard ramjet, which, you're scooping.
Interstellar matter sort of thing.
Yeah. One of the things that I heard from it, though, is that you need a huge energy source for it, because otherwise you're breaking as much from hitting that interstellar matter as you are from throwing it out the back without putting a huge amount of energy into it.
Scott has a good suggestion here. Maybe you can change your webcam resolution.
Oh.
Thanks, Scott. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Because very often it's the audio that's more important to an audience than the video.
Yep.
And I don't know how you do that, Cliff. So sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just did that.
Oh.
I just dropped it down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I dropped it 480 to 360.
Is that a smiley face?
Yeah.
Hi, Marie.
It's a hand wave.
It's a hand wave.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we get a really small image of it.
Oh.
And so we're seeing both of us in a size this big for the two of us. So when stuff comes up, it's really small. And that's why you'll see me glance off to the side, because the image is bigger on my computer.
Yeah, we've got two monitors set up so we can see a variety of things.
Yeah. But
all right. Did you have anything else for your discussion? And Cliff, did you have any further comments?
I've completely forgotten now.
now that we can hear you.
We can hear you. Yeah, this is great.
No, I don't believe that. Yeah, you've got a rocket launching today.
Yep.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. And I'd like to say hello to Alan. He's a member of my club, actually, down here in Pomona, Queensland, Australia.
Yeah, we're grateful for everyone. Marie and Scott and Alan and Gregory and Michael and Dave and Cliff. And did we miss
Scott.
anybody? Yeah, that's it. I said
Scott.
Scott. Yeah. Yeah, very, very appreciative. Very thankful you're here. All right.
Yeah.
So did you have something else?
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
Well, once they get to the moon and start getting the helium-3, what is that going to end up producing? Because that's a super duper fuel. Like they reckon, a truckload could power New York for 100 years or some ridiculous amount of time. So they haven't really invented things to run on H3 because we haven't had any to use. So, what the new generations supposedly soon in the next 20 years, I'd say, rockets are going to be running on probably a totally different like fuel. God knows what we're going to find. You know what I mean?
Right.
God knows what we're going to find.
Well, and I just remembered again because I was thinking about it before. I didn't want to interrupt you guys. You didn't really have anything by JP up there, JP Aerospace.
Oh yeah. Well, airship to orbit. Once you get out of, that basically uses lighter than aircraft and a lifting body.
Yep.
Doesn't really work in deep space.
Yeah, but he's got another vehicle for that. He's gonna go out there too.
Okay, yeah, because basically once you're out of the atmosphere, you're coasting in that sucker, unless you've got other thrusters on it, which is possible to do.
I think he does.
Yeah, which is possible to do because you want to be able to maneuver.
Yes.
But
but
that's
thrusters
one of
aren't
the disadvantages
big engines.
You can't really. Yeah. Well, unless maybe you could if you have like mirrors that you can gimbal and.
Yeah, you can.
All right.
What were you gonna say, Cliff?
But thrusters don't have to be very, very big at all. They're really small. But the thing about they also proposed like using solar wind to propel vehicles. Yeah, they can only go so far. Because as further out it goes, it tends to spread. So the weaker the force. So that was a proposal there for a long time with big solar sails and light, like you say, I think you were saying about the deflecting from the sun and things like that.
Yeah. You're breaking up again. Shoot. So lowering the resolution helped, but it didn't cure it. Yeah.
Am I back on again?
Yes, you are. Yeah. One of the thoughts for solar sails is you tack in toward the sun and you basically do a number of loops. So you tack in toward the sun, then basically catch a bunch of speed going away from the sun, loop in again, and just basically have a number of ellipses as you get faster and faster, and then build up a bunch of speed before you head out. Faster way is to aim a bunch of lasers at the solar sail and send it out that way. But so there's a number of different things that you can do with the solar sail. It would probably have a pretty good braking force in interstellar matter, though. Just stuff bouncing off of it. So, you want to furl them.
Oh.
What's that, Cliff?
He said he couldn't see us now.
Oh.
I can see you now.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't. Yeah, you just disappeared, and the sound and everything, and it just got a little squirrely thing going around. I'm going, what? What's going on here? I can see me, but I can't. Why can't I see you?
Yeah. So, it looks like this is the wrong time for getting good signal from Australia.
Yeah. We kind of lost you again, Cliff.
Yeah. Yeah, you froze and your sound went multiplexing on us.
All right. Well, I think we're ready for the next segment anyway, right?
Yeah. And this was an experiment.
Yep.
We'll try this experiment again.
Yes.
Oh, there you're back again. But just in time for us to head to what's coming around for the next week. So
Right. All right. So stay tuned for 54.
okay.
So some stellar events this week. We're talking about April 8th through the 15th, and it's a very short list this time. April 9th is the first quarter moon. It actually almost looks like a first quarter moon to me right now as I went out and looked. And the 12th, Jupiter and Neptune are in conjunction. April the 13th is the weekly space hangout, and they're talking about sailing away using diffractive solar sails with Amber Double. Nice dovetail there for us. And then we're back to April the 15th for our Friday night show. It's a demonstration of an online tool. Stay tuned for a little bit more information about that. Find us Fridays at 9 p.m. Pacific time on the Everyday Spacer Facebook page and the Everyday Spacer YouTube channel.
Okay, ongoing events and activities. Space Prize at spaceprize.org. It's right there. This one's really easy to type out, unlike some of ours, the ones that we show, but spaceprize.org. Launching in June of 2022, Space Prize Global. Dyslexia is fun. Space Prize Global is a worldwide contest to promote the advancement of women in STEAM, specifically in aerospace. Open to 15 to 18-year-old women worldwide. The contest features a combination of written, video, and creative submissions. 2 grand prize winners will each receive $250,000 worth of private astronaut experiences.
I think one of them is a 0G flight.
Yeah. Okay. Nominate a student for perseverance. This closes April 24th. 6th through 8th grade students in the U.S. public, private, and home schools. There's 4 rounds total. We're closing round 3, so there will be one more round. Awardees will be announced May 12th, and there's plenty of cool awards. Fly your name around the moon. It's still going as of yesterday. Add your name to the Artemis one. What's that?
There it is.
Yeah. Add your name to the Artemis 1 test flight of the Space Launch Rocket System and the Orion spacecraft. See, I don't like that they reused that name. I want the Orion project to be throwing nukes out the back of a rocket.
And I am adding these links to the chat for you. Let me get that one in there too. Copy, paste. And they should be clickable once they're in the chat.
Yep.
All right. So if you or someone you know has done something interesting involving space exploration, science, astronomy, we'd love to share our live and bring you on as a guest. Join us next Friday, April the 15th, for a demonstration of Heavens Above, finding International Space Station and more with this wonderful online tool. Thanks so much. Have a great week, and we'll see you on April 15th. Good night.
Good night.